Quayson, good to see you again. Hope you're doing well.
Yes, sir.
Hadn't seen you since last year in here, but saw you against Southwest, saw you against Eastern Alamance. Wild games. You've been doing well this year.
Yeah, we're playing good basketball. We're starting to gel real good right now, finding each other roles and stuff, so making the game come real easy to us.
Getting very interesting, too. Got a huge game against Northern Guilford tomorrow night. What does that game require? What does that game take in order to beat those guys? Some good matchups on both teams.
I mean, they're a good team, but like I feel as though like when everybody's clicking, I don't think nobody in this conference or our district can like really stick with us.
You guys
everybody gelling together.
You've been running well. The only time I saw you against where you looked like you struggled with the Eastern Alamance game. You got hurt in that game too. Remember that Eastern Alamance game? You got hurt, got cramped up a little bit. You had to sit out some of that game.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we wasn't. It'd be them nights that things don't be working out for us, and it was just one of them nights. And we started finding our rhythm at the end, and it was kind of too late.
What's been your toughest game? Has that been the toughest game this year?
Yeah, that's been our toughest game.
I saw your win against Southwest. Saw that game. That was a big win for you.
Yeah.
Southwest Guilford is no Swiss cheese, man. Those guys got the Langley brothers. They got the Kamen Mitchell kid. They got Ben Ferguson. They got this kid, Jace Yeoman, that picked up playing well. I mean, that's a good team. You guys beat those guys.
Yeah, that is a good team. They experienced. They play AAU together. They know how to play and know each other roles.
You guys beat them something like 78-70 or something. It's like a one-point game.
1 point game. Yeah.
So this has been all in all a good year for you.
Yeah.
What did you do last summer? What was last summer's schedule like for you?
Just getting in the gym, working out, getting shots up consistently, and that's it pretty much.
Who did you play for last summer?
Last summer I played with Team Cobras, Curtis Green.
Who was the coach again?
Curtis Green.
Curtis Green. And how did that team? Did you guys had success last summer?
Yes, sir. We went to a few tournaments, a lot of showcases.
How were you looking college-wise? Because I think I remember one game. It may have been that could have been the Southwest Guilford game. Coach from UNCG, Wes Miller, was there. Is UNCG talking with you a little bit?
Yes. UNCG offered the game of Northeast. After we beat Northeast one night. I think it was a Friday night, if I'm not mistaken.
Does that look good for you? Is that a possibility on your list of potential schools?
Yes, sir.
UNCG?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So you may go with the Spartans, possibly.
Yeah.
Who else is on that list, if you can tell us? Anybody else you're looking at close?
VMI, Canisius, Grambling State, and that's all. That's
some pretty rich tradition schools there too.
Yes, sir.
Very much so. Well, if you went to VMI, you might have to change the discipline a little bit. I mean, you're disciplined now, but if you went there in a little military work, but you'd have some guys who are here local. They got some local guys. They got the kid,
Trey
the
Chapman.
Kid. Yeah, Trey Chapman and Weethy both were up there.
Yeah, from Westland.
Westland and High Point Christian Academy, both those guys. Other than the coaches, who's been the biggest basketball influence in your life?
The players.
I think Dan's been big.
Our players.
All players?
Yeah, all players.
Yeah. Guys you've come in contact with and been around over the years, rubbed elbows with. Who's been the best player you've ever gone up against? Anybody you could mention, a name that really stands out, you really battled, really went up against? It was somebody you remember well?
For practice-wise or?
I'd say game-wise.
Game-wise? I have to say, I don't know.
Langley this year, maybe?
Yeah. I said Langley brothers.
But that's a good matchup because I've got that down as a potential Guilford County Player of the Year possibility matchup. Maybe KJ Langley versus Quayson Williams. That might be something we look at down the road.
That was a very good game. If we had the opportunity to play them game, we would. Trust me.
That'd make you a better team playing guys like that. How about in practice, like you said earlier? Who's your toughest competition there?
Trey McClain.
Trey's a good scorer too. Kind of a quick scorer sometimes because in that Eastern Alamance game, as I'd seen him play, when you went down, it's like he kind of took over and carried the load while you're gone. Yeah. Now here's the big question because you know this, he knows this. How do you guys learn to coexist and work? How do you play off each other? Because you both are scorers. How do you guys learn to play off each other?
First, it starts in practice. We goes back and forth, battling in practice, the things to do, when to do, and like knowing the game and the situation, when to do stuff right and when not to do it. And we just start gelling together, and we know each other's roles, and we start to look and find each other on the outside pretty much.
So you're looking to assist, he's looking to assist, you both have got to get your points, got to get your points in those games.
Yes, sir.
the part of your game that's gotten gotten better for you this past year?
I have to say, maintaining my body, getting to the free throw line more, and getting to the basket.
I'll tell you, you're like a machine when you start shooting. I mean, you got good form. It's pretty straight, pretty deliberate, straight form.
Yes, sir.
Like you say, once you get in your game, you play pretty big at guard too. You're pretty big guard in some ways. Did you do anything getting bigger, stronger in the summer?
Yeah. This semester, well, I have weight training all year long, so I'm working out consistently every day.
Have you got anybody at Eastern Guilford, one of the coaches, one of the teachers that's pretty good in that weight training section?
Yes, sir. Coach Robinson, the football coach.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. So the football coach has been a big boost in your basketball career, too, then?
Yes, sir.
That's a good thing. What's your best move or your best shot, you'd say?
My best shot. I don't know. I just like when the clock wind down, that buzzer beater, just the ball in my hands, and I feel as though like I'm gonna make it. I know I'm gonna make it. So.
Do you study the clock? Do you study the time? Or are you more or less keeping an eye on the basket? How are you looking at it?
I study both actually. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So you have to keep an eye on both.
It's a tough thing to do, but yeah.
So you cannot listen to the crowd because sometimes they'll do you wrong.
Yeah.
In that countdown.
Yeah.
But you got to watch the clock and watch the basket both.
You look at that clock and you read the clock. You count down from your head. You got to know the seconds though.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a pretty tough thing to do.
Especially the thing about the last minute on all these clocks, those tenths of a second, because it's all flying. You think it's moving faster than it really is.
Yeah.
And you got to be, like you say, you got to be exact how much time you got when you get down to those tenths of a second. Inside 10 seconds, is that when you start your move late in the game? When do we start the move? So many teams hold the ball a little longer these days.
I say the best time to take a shot is 10 to 8 seconds. So you can get. You start making your move at 10 to 8 seconds. Because when you get the shot up, it'd be a couple seconds for offensive rebound and another putback.
You're right. You want to have a chance for a second chance shot in case you miss. How far do you see your team going this year?
Tell you the truth, I think we can win states.
Just got to be that confident going in.
Yeah.
When you're 15-3, you won big last night, won fairly big last night, right?
Yes, sir.
Against Andrews. And the night before that, who did you guys have on Tuesday? I'm trying to remember now.
Tuesday.
That was Burlington Williams.
Yeah, Williams.
And that wasn't a whole lot of competition, was it? No, it was like 88-45 that night, if I remember that score correctly. Yeah. Okay, favorite sport other than basketball? Is there another one? Do you even have any other sport?
Other than basketball?
Maybe you shouldn't have another sport.
Nah, I don't. Not really.
Anything you watch or keep up with other than
football? I watch football a lot.
Like some football?
Yeah.
Like the Super Bowl? Who do you like in that?
I have to go with Seahawks.
Going to Seahawks.
Yeah.
Is there a favorite player on there you like?
I just like their defense. Their defense is they on the same page at all times.
So Richard Sherman and Van Chancellor, guys like that, you're big into those guys then. Gotcha. Favorite class? You got to have a favorite class.
Favorite class?
The way your school year is going, good 15-3, everything's got to be going good. What's your favorite class?
With this new semester, I have to go with math class, Miss Rushing.
With who now?
Miss Rushing.
Miss Rushing.
Yes,
Miss Rushing, math class at Eastern Guilford, Quayson Williams. What's the least favorite class, maybe the hardest?
Least favorite class, I have to go with chemistry.
You didn't take you long to come up with that chemistry. That came out pretty quick.
Yeah, chemistry.
That's a tough one, huh? Is that a year-long class or a semester?
Nah, it was a semester class.
So you just started
done that.
You got that one behind you.
Yeah.
Glad that's gone, right?
Yeah.
Forget the chemistry. Now you've only got just a few weeks left. You graduate, in June, right?
Yes, sir.
It's coming down the road quickly, very quickly. How do you beat Northern Guilford? You played them before.
Northern Guilford.
You beat them the first time, right?
Yes, sir.
You got them one up. How do you beat this team?
They're a systematic team. We just try to keep them out their system and contain the ball and stay in that lane because they like to get a lot of points in the paint and just.
They got some big guys.
Yeah,
they're a tall team.
Josh Gibson.
Trey Marsh joined in. This is Trey joined in. You know him, right? The kid who was on the football team.
Yes,
he
sir.
helps. The Hildreth guy, the Gibson guy you just mentioned. Gibson, Hildreth, a lot of tall guys on that team. Very big team. And another guy too. Who's that other guy out there? Emmerich. Jack Emmerich. He's not all that big, but he gets a lot of buckets. Emmerich.
I think I remember who you're talking about.
Yeah, watch out for him because he's the kind of guy you wouldn't think would be your top scorer. He may lead him a score tomorrow night. Let's see. If you go back and do it all over again, do you do it the same exact way, or are you changing something maybe along the way?
You always want to change something. You always want to get better, fix the mistakes that you've done, and hopefully we can look for a better opportunity of getting this win again. So that's all.
Well, the best thing about it, you still got a chance.
Yeah.
You got season left. You can still make an impact. 20 years down the road, what are you going to be doing? You know? Can you look that far in the future? Can you give us an idea?
Nah, I can't look that far down. Take it day by day.
How about 20 months from now? Where do you see yourself? Any idea?
20 months, I see myself college.
Still playing ball.
Yeah.
If you're not playing ball, to you, is it a waste? I think it would be, wouldn't it? You got to be playing ball somewhere.
Yeah, I have to.
Yeah, you got to keep it going. Would you rather be the team MVP in basketball or number one in your class at Eastern Guilford?
Number one in my class.
You feel like that then? There's a chance. I may be wrong, but if I'm number one in my class, there's a very good chance I can still be team MVP. Because I work that hard academically, it should carry over to the court, and vice versa. You're a man of good academic standing now, right?
Yes, sir.
That's good to hear. ACC Commissioner Mr. Swafford came in tonight and said, Quayson Williams, you can attend any ACC school you want to. You can start at basketball for that school next year. We got a lot of good schools out here. We got Virginia, that lost a game. We got the Heels. We got Duke, who just lost Rashid Suleiman today. We got Virginia. We got Syracuse. We got Notre Dame just beat Duke. Which school do you choose?
Gotta stick with my team, Duke. Gotta stick with Duke.
Going with Duke?
Yes, sir.
You take Suleiman's spot, probably.
Yes, sir.
Tough stuff. Eastern Guilford had the Holt brothers. You remember what sport they played? The Holts?
Football?
Yeah, that's the most historic brother team out of Eastern. Terrence and Torrey Holt.
Yes, sir.
Here's the toughest question of all. Got to take a photo of your life. Little photo, a little snapshot of Quayson. What do you see when you see that basketball photo of your life? What do you see?
I see a snapshot. I see my.
One of the guys earlier, he had a good one. He said he went back to 8th grade middle school. He was playing on the middle school team. He took a shot. His team was down by 2 with the clock running down. He took a 3 and just missed that shot, but it stuck with him because it made him work harder the rest of the way. What about yourself? You see that basketball photo. What do you see?
I see a person that's always willing to work each and every day to get better, improve himself, and get to the next level.
You don't want to be with the other guys, do you? You want to get better.
Yeah.
You have to be that way. You can't just say, let's just hang out, let's just do a few things here, let's take it easy. For you, I would think basketball is more satisfying than it is fun. There's satisfaction, but the fun comes later, I would think.
Yes, sir.
Well, always doing a good job. You can't tell me how many points you scored, Mike. You can't tell me any predictions, but again, you feel confident about your team going into Northern Guilford.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Quayson Williams, I think you got a chance for Player of the Year in the county, like you said yourself. KJ Langley, I'm trying to think maybe Jalen Seegers out of Page might be a possibility. Got a few other guys. This guy John Puryear at Grimsley is doing pretty well. He got 29 against Smith. He's a possible. There's some possible candidates out there. You're in that running, right?
Oh yeah.
You're going to do what it takes to get there.
Yes.
Keep up the good work. Always good to talk to you. How tall are you now? Give me your height.
6 feet.
6 feet? You play like you're about 6'3". How much do you weigh now?
I weigh 170.
You're still putting some weight on getting stronger.
Yes, sir.
Coach Wes Miller says it's a potential go. Go get him, man. Keep up the good work.
You too.
Quayson Williams, Trey.